Your dog hears you. They always hear you. So when you call them, and they don't come, or worse, they turn and walk away, it's not random. It's not confusion. And it's definitely not something you should ignore. Because in that small moment, something deeper is being revealed. And what it actually means might change the way you see your relationship with your dog forever. Most people think this is just disobedience, a training issue. Maybe your dog is being stubborn or distracted. But that's not the real reason. There's something emotional happening beneath the surface. Something quiet. Something easy to miss. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Because when your dog walks away from you, they're not just moving their body, they're creating distance. And distance always has a reason. It often starts in ways you don't notice. Your dog used to come instantly when you called. No hesitation, no pause, just pure excitement to be near you. But now, there's a delay, a glance, a hesitation, a shift in their body. And sometimes, they choose not to come at all. At first, it feels small. But your dog doesn't experience it as something small, because to them, coming to you isn't just a command. It's an emotional decision. And here's where it becomes more important than most people realize. Your dog doesn't just respond to your voice. They respond to how your voice feels, the tone, the energy, the intention behind it. If your voice has become sharper, more impatient, more unpredictable, your dog feels that. Even if your words sound the same. To you, it's just calling their name. To them, it's a signal of what might happen next. And if that signal feels uncertain or uncomfortable, they hesitate. Not because they don't love you, but because they're trying to protect themselves emotionally. Most people completely miss this. They think the solution is to call louder or repeat the command again and again. But repetition doesn't rebuild trust. It actually does the opposite. Because now your dog hears urgency, frustration, maybe even disappointment. And that emotional pressure pushes them further away. But that's only the surface. Because sometimes it's not just about your voice. It's about what coming to you has started to mean. Think about the last few times your dog came when you called. What happened next? Did the fun end? Did they get scolded for something? Did you clip the leash on and take them away from something they enjoyed? Your dog remembers patterns, not in words, but in feelings. If coming to you often leads to something negative, or the end of something positive, your dog begins to associate your call with loss, and loss changes behavior. Now, when you call them, they pause, because part of them wants to come, but another part of them isn't sure it's safe to. And that internal conflict is what you're seeing in that hesitation. But here's where it goes deeper. Sometimes your dog walking away isn't about a single moment. It's about a slow shift over time, a change in your presence, your attention, your consistency. Dogs are emotionally tuned to you in ways most people don't fully understand. They notice when you're distracted, when you're stressed, when your energy changes, even when you think you're hiding it. And when those small changes happen repeatedly, your dog starts to feel less certain about you, less secure, less connected. So when you call them, they don't feel the same pull they used to. Not because they don't care, but because something in the emotional connection has weakened. Is the part that's hardest to accept. Because it's not about control. It's about connection. You can't force your dog to feel safe with you. You can't command trust. You can only build it, or slowly lose it. And every interaction you have with your dog is shaping that. But there's one more layer most people never consider, and it's the most emotional one of all. Sometimes, your dog walks away because they're overwhelmed by you. Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, emotional way. If your energy is inconsistent, sometimes loving, sometimes tense, your dog doesn't know which version of you they're going to get. And that unpredictability creates anxiety. So instead of coming closer, they choose distance. because distance feels safer than confusion. And that's not rejection. That's self-protection. Now here's the moment that matters most. If your dog used to come to you without thinking, and now they don't, that change is not random. It's a signal that something in your relationship has shifted. And your dog is trying to communicate that in the only way they can. Not with words, but with space. And space is one of the clearest emotional messages a dog can give. So what do you do with that? You don't chase them, you don't punish them, and you definitely don't ignore it. You start paying attention to your tone, your patterns, your presence. You make coming to you feel safe again, predictable again, positive again. Because your dog doesn't need perfection. They need emotional clarity. They need to know that when they come to you, they're not losing something. They're gaining something. Your dog wants to trust you more than anything. But trust isn't built in big moments. It's built in the small ones, the quiet ones, the ones where you don't even realize you're teaching them something. And over time, those moments either pull your dog closer to you or gently push them away. So the next time you call your dog and they hesitate or turn away, don't just see it as disobedience. See it for what it really is, a message, a feeling, a shift. Because to your dog, you're not just someone who gives commands. You are their emotional center, their sense of safety, their entire world. And when they walk away from you, it's not because they don't care. It's because something, somewhere, has made them feel like they have to.